grass is cut and their drinks are cold. It's time for your Thursday kickback about all things rap. Go feature Impasse with your host,
Troydashow.
And Lucid the Dreamwaker. And this is the Rap Yard Podcast.
Wow. That was the most successful intro we've ever done, I think.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Great job.
It was smooth. Nobody fell off. Welcome to Rap Yard. I'm still getting ready, though.
Rap Yard, guys. Yes, welcome. We are back for more hot music and more dope discussions.
Mm-hmm. Still waiting on our guest today, who's I reached out to a minute ago. He might be caught up in something, but he seemed interested. So.
And I remember his name is DIRTLIFE Moten, right? I'm saying that right?
Yeah, DIRTLIFE.
Yeah, DIRTLIFE Moten.
Yep, he's actually from New Jersey, I believe, and he lives in New Orleans now. I'm not sure. It looks like he went to college there, so I guess he maybe moved there for college. We'll have to ask him when he comes.
Yeah,
on.
we'll pick his brain when he gets on here.
Yeah, I might call him actually.
Yeah.
But what's going on with you?
Take sip. So I'm really I'm mixing the last song for my album, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
I just have to wait to hear from another artist in a few days, and I can finally get to that. I'm not sure if I'll the things about going back to songs, because this song is something I started a long time ago.
Right.
And now I'm like, do I want to change this sound or leave it the way it is?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because like I've actually put stuff out there and I listen to it and I'm like, oh, I wish I would have changed like a lot of this.
Yeah, like I probably could have found a cooler bass line for that or something. It's the creator's plight.
Yeah, or just redone the whole thing. That's me. But
yeah, legit. I'm like, let me start from scratch.
But that's exciting though. So, like, how many albums total do you have out?
Technically, 0.
Oh, this is your first one? Like, yes, release?
Well, I made one, like, years ago, but that was so old, like, probably, like, 2016.
Oh,
so
really?
This would be, like, my debut album, and this is the first album that I actually produced myself. Before this album, I didn't know how to, so this is a project where I kind of learned to do all that.
Oh, that's
cool.
You know
what I mean? Right around that time.
Yep. And you use Ableton, right?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where, of course, like, you like to just dive straight in, but sometimes I was like, oh, maybe I should have just researched a little bit first.
It's pretty hard. Like, they have college courses on it, so it's complicated. That and I guess Logic Pro is less complicated, but it's still pretty hard. There's some apps that I can't even use. Like, I got Cubasis. I'm like, what the hell is all this shit?
Yeah, I pretty much just stay in Ableton nowadays.
Yeah.
I love how, like, online there's always this producer war. They're like, which doll is the best? I'm just like, yo, it's whatever you like, your personality,
Yeah, I started using Fruity Loops way back in the day. And it used to be really complicated. Yeah, I don't think it is anymore so much, but it used to be like, I had a friend showing me how to do it, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to do music anymore. Like, this is too much. They had like the virtual patching, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
We got rid of that so we could do this.
Right. It's like, what's the point of doing it on a computer if you still got to, like, legit connect the wires, except in an electronic way? And now
some people like that shit. I don't
know. Yeah. Not so much. That's the last thing I want to be dealing with when I'm trying to make something.
What? Wires?
Wires or clicking buttons or changing things in and out. Nah, I just want to get in and go.
Right. Let me try to call him. That usually works pretty good. I don't know if this is gonna. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. Maybe my browser isn't working. My browser sound.
Maybe. It probably just depends on how you got your calls set up. Depending on how you call them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. Hey, this is Trava with the Rap Yard. I was just touching base with you. See if you're ready to come on. Oh. Hey, can you hear me? Oh, can you? Oh, hey.
Did we lose him?
No, he's here. Can you hear me? Hold on. I don't think you can hear me. I need to like write him. Like check your messages. I don't know.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
Okay. Now they got. I don't think I can share a microphone. Is what it is.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Oh yeah, you have it in use already.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, dude. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. All right. Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. What you got to do is get on the link that I sent you. And when you do that, it's just like a Facebook call, but just go and click that link if you're able to. Are you able to still? Yeah, 7, right? You're New Orleans? All right. Yeah, we're same time zone. So yes, we're live right now. Yeah. Nobody can see or hear you, but we are live, so. Yeah, it'll take you into the Restream website, and it's just like a Facebook call. Yep. Yeah. All right, cool. Thank you. Bye. Okay, now I have to change it back over here.
We got it, guys. Our guest is coming.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, we didn't hear him, but we can still hear you.
Good deal. He's coming. He said he's on his way.
Awesome.
Studio. I look like I have no eyes. I don't know what the deal is. Like, if my lights are too bright, or like this Elgato camera. Do you find that it like kind of washes you out?
Yeah. If you go to the hub, there's like a saturation slider. You can.
Well, I messed with that, but it was like it was like either too dark or like I can't see what I'm doing. So hopefully this is okay.
Yeah, you might have to change your background light in your room. That might help. Maybe.
I think that's typically this is good for that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It wasn't my idea, but whatever.
Technology
like shit all the time. Doesn't matter.
No, it's just in your head.
I haven't been in a terrible mood like the last few days, and we're supposed to go on a trip soon. I need to snap out of it.
Is it like a vacation trip or?
Yeah, you may have seen the overlay.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't read the details. I was like, oh, this is
You're like, let me just get out of here.
Yeah, I was like, put the fun in fundraiser. I don't think this is right.
There's a little button up top you can switch profiles, just so you know. But
oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just supposed to go. We're just supposed to go to Arkansas, but like right before we had all kinds of stuff happen with our car. So, is he having trouble with the link? I don't know what's going on.
It's always cars.
Yeah. So he's calling me on Facebook. Hold up. Hey. Oh, you got were you in Chrome or Safari or what? Like you got it. Do you have an Android or an iPhone? You have an iPhone? You're breaking up a little bit. Okay. If you have I know, do you have a Safari or Chrome or both for internet? You got Chrome though? Try to open it in Chrome. Like copy the link and paste it in Chrome. And that should work. All right. Bye. Oh. I don't know. I may have hung up on him. I don't think so.
Well, you said bye.
Well, yeah, but I think he was talking like right because there was like a bit of a lag.
Oh yeah.
We should start putting that when we tell. You're supposed to be in Chrome, right? Yeah, because we're in Chrome.
Yes, I'm in Chrome.
I'm gonna start.
Safari X where.
Try to remember to tell people that.
Mm-hmm. Chrome always works the best. Well, you were talking about you're going on your vacation.
Yeah, we're going to Arkansas. Whatever.
Arkansas. You're not really feeling it?
Huh?
You're not really feeling it? You tired?
I mean, I've been there before, you know.
Right.
No, actually, Arkansas, like you'd be surprised, it's really beautiful. But we're going to like this place that has a lot of caves. Because my boyfriend, whatever he wanted to go see some caves.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they have
is it
like
like the water ones, or you just walk in there, or what?
I don't know. There's like a tour that we have scheduled, and
Mm-hmm.
I had reserved an Airbnb, but like the car stuff, man, is like putting me in the hole. So that's what I was trying to raise money for. So if anyone wants to donate to me specifically, my Cash App is $Troydashow. And we thank
Exactly.
you.
Help her get to a
Made
vacay in
possible.
peace.
Say what?
Say help her get to her vacay in peace. It's hard to relax when you got shit on the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Somebody donated me $1 last night,
Mm-hmm.
and that was all I got. I didn't know how to feel about that.
I know conflicted. Part of you was like, hey, someone gave something, but the other part of you was like, wow, they only gave.
$1 is so little these days, though.
Yeah, I don't even think you can get bubble gum with $1. You probably need at least $1.50 now. Like,
Right, I
legit.
think so, or like $2.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, probably.
let me tell them copy and paste it in Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Paste in Chrome, and it should work. Boom. All right. There may be some sort of thing where he can't get on, but that's all right.
And it sucks because it's like if we try to do it the ghetto way, he won't be able to hear both of us. You know what I mean? It's like
Oh, with
yeah.
what is that, FaceTime?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of seemed like he was on his way somewhere, but that's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like he may not have
Give him some
time.
time. Yeah, let's see
Yeah,
what happens. I mean,
we'll
shit,
see.
if we do it in the studio, I feel like that'd be perfect for an artist, unless like he's already in
Right.
his paid hour or something. But
Well,
if you're waiting, at least you like that at least make you look more official.
yeah, exactly. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Oh my god, oh my god. Dirt Life. Yo. Yeah,
What's
we
that?
got the sound effect. What's up?
All right. I'm on the camera. You can see me on the camera.
I cannot. I
Right.
think you gotta enable it.
Yeah, that's
There
good.
we
There you
go.
are.
Yeah.
What's
What's,
going on?
what's going on, man? What's popping with
I
it?
am so glad you made it. Not a
Uh,
lot. You're just kind of hoping you'd come. But yeah, cool. So you're Dirt Life. You're artist out in New Orleans, right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. And it said you're originally from New Jersey.
No, indeed. They might got the new messed up, but it's New
I don't
Orleans.
know. I was looking at. I
Mhm.
think I was looking at your profile.
Oh, I
Yeah, that
don't
must
know.
be what it is.
Yeah, probably so.
I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, because
Mhm.
you definitely sound like you're from New Orleans, like legit from from the beginning. So, all right, cool. Because I was like, how does someone get? I was like, maybe he went to school there and just stayed like Jeezy
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Mhm. Mhm.
so congrats, because you recently got signed to Atlantic, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, congrats. Where's my sound effects?
Appreciate it, you heard me?
It's not playing. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I had a friend of mine that's got signed to Atlantic, but he's in New York,
Okay.
so I don't know. Yeah,
Uh,
Savage 5.
right. Most
That's
definitely.
his handle.
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to some of your songs, and like you're very like, you talk a lot about things that are more like, I don't want to say violent, but it's very like street. You know what I
Dirt
mean?
life.
Yeah. I'm like all the way
Yeah,
off camera.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
go ahead.
I basically like I talk about a lot of things dealing with the streets, and I really try to try to hit all avenues of it. And it's just like it's like how I describe myself as the wounded animal.
Okay.
So basically like when I mention the wounded animal is like it's describing how a wounded animal is right in the forest.
Mhm.
So
You
it's
don't want to mess
basically
with it. Yeah.
yeah, you don't want to mess with it because he does whatever it takes for what I'm saying for survival. Basically to like he get his wounds back healed and they can send him back out there. He damn near
Hmm.
100%.
Right.
So that's how I interact with my music. In the same token, because it's like I take it from the streets aspect to like, you know, they got dudes out there, whatever, like that's, you know, going through the struggles, you know, going through the trials and tribulations, you know, some dudes losing their life to gun violence, you know, some dudes losing their life to the system. And it's not just that, it's just like, you know, for mothers, you know, they got a lot of mothers that's wounded because she done lost her baby daddy to whatever the situation is. And you know, it's just like, you know, that, you know, y'all can be wounded too. Like, you know, y'all can be podcasters or whatever, but you know, you just ain't reach your peak. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you wounded too, because you feel like you have all those, you know, those avenues and a mindset to really be, you know, where you want to be, but you just can't be there because it's certain bruises that you have to go through and get them patched up till you get to where you're trying to get to. Right.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it's a good analogy.
I think that was like the perfect explanation for it, because I went through your YouTube earlier, and you're right. I would definitely say the Wounded Animal vibes, because not only do you have like hyper aggressive songs, but you have songs that make you feel, you know, and a lot of it's kind of got like not a mourning undertone, but you understand what I'm saying. But it had that feeling that you saying something coming from a place that, you know, like do have a lot of bruises and whatnot. So I was like, oh, it's nice to meet an artist that can do both. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And see, that's what I try to take it. You know what I'm saying? I try to take it back to like, you know, well, you know, the game is like, you know, missing them storylines and, you know, storytellings. And, you know, it's able to take people and put them in, you know, this mindset. Like, you know, I had did a song called A Bandit. But it's a situation of somebody that I knew, you know what I mean? And I just really took her situation and I just really put it out, you know what I'm saying, towards the world, you know what I mean? And I'm just shooting it to the point to where it can be relatable to, like, you know, it's basically for the women. Because it's like, you know, and it's from the chorus to, you know what I'm saying, the content of the lyrics that I deliver, you know what I'm saying? And it really can be felt. You know what I mean? Because, you know, when you live in abandonedness, it's like, I say, for instance, it's like these kids right here, you know, they might feel abandoned. They might feel like, you know, they might feel like they're stranded. They might feel, you know, hopeless or whatever. So I took it and put it on that, you know, in that category to, like, you know, you listen to the song, it's like, you know, like,
yeah, that one, please.
All right. Yeah. Because I'm going to give you a little sample of it. But you probably heard it if you went to the page or whatever you see.
What's the name of the song?
And it's called A Bandit.
Okay.
You gonna pull it up?
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah, we're going to play it through the stream for everyone to hear.
Okay. All right.
But, so you said this is for women?
Yeah, it's basically like, you know, that's basically where it's targeted at. Because if you listen to the content of the song, you'll get the full definition of what I mean and when I say it.
You know, you can only play like a snippet of it for like copyright reasons, but last time my mic was cool. Like not picking up anything, but we'll try it. I don't know if my browser. We'll try it.
If not, I'll try it through my side.
Okay. Can you hear it?
No.
Okay. See if you can do it.
Yep. Sorry. Let me see. Sorry. I gotta move my phone out the way.
This is like the best mic ever. I have a speaker like a foot from it, and it's not picking up like any of the noise from the speaker. I have it playing loud as hell. It's crazy. Last couple guys we had on here, he's like, I need that mic model number. And it's just like, it's a JLab. Right. It was like a $15 mic. What's he got there? What is that? Oh, hey.
I think
trying to read your paperwork.
Skip this ad.
Oh.
They won't let me skip it, so I'm still through it. Okay, I think I have it.
I don't know why I still can't play music.
Don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself.
I'm always stressing.
Yeah.
You guys hear that?
Nuh-uh.
Y'all don't hear that?
No. Can you play? You said you're in the studio, right? Do you have it? Because as long as we can pick it up on the mic.
Normally that works, but maybe because I didn't do it through Spotify.
Okay.
Maybe so.
I'm gonna get my engineer. My engineer gonna get it for y'all.
Is he gonna send us a bill?
Here you go, right here. We can hear right there.
Mm-hmm.
This for everybody across the world. Everybody, if you feel abandoned, this for you.
I did hear this song. I remember that.
Y'all can hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a lot of cold nights, low lights in the winter. Things that happened in her life, she really remember. She had no love for my parents, she felt embarrassed. Knowing her mother was a dope fiend, her father was a dope fiend. Left me inside many nights on an empty stomach. Sometimes she was no, and she was going to come and heard the news. Her daddy OD from the shit he knew. It brought her tears. She don't know how life gon' go from here, but what she feel, she gon' lose her mother the same way. Bringing different dudes home at night to supply pipes. She ain't never understand. She just always felt the badness. Ran into this fight. That mom was really best for her. Now she started letting them older dudes come and wrestle her. Though she felt love, but they was getting the best of her. Young girl, can't even say her age. She got exposed to age. That shit that turns her rage. She try to turn the page, but deep down she afraid about what they gon' say. Behind her back, they talk about her. Had a family, but she don't know it. That's fucked up. Only time she felt good was laying on the mattress from hugs and kisses. That's what she felt insistent. But deep down she knows, and she don't know the most. Took a couple of pills and damn near had an overdose. Saying to herself, she don't wanna live this life no more. Bang. This the feel when you feel a bad. Look in her eyes, you can see the strand. This the feel when you feel a bad. Look in her eyes, you can see the strand. Look in her eyes, you can see the strand. This the feel when you feel a bad.
That's dope.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Definitely a lot of depth in that song. Definitely a lot of depth.
It kind of reminded me of like this more deep like Goody Mob songs with like the you know melodic chorus and stuff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people gave me the feel of like the Brenda's Got a Baby, like a modern day Brenda's Got a Baby song. Cause it was something that I like I be built on like really like pain, like pain, struggle, or whatever. Cause that would really like build me into the person that I am. So I really take all that in consideration. But at the end of the day, I still know how to channel my music and bring it through, like as as in my how I was back in the day to the progress to who I am today, and that's like that what really builds my music and forms it and shapes it up into the character, you know what I'm saying, or the topics of the songs that I make.
Right. That's cool. Right. Have you heard of a guy named Melmade Music down there? Melmade Music. Yeah, he's a rapper. I did an interview with him on my previous podcast about a year ago or so. He doesn't put out a lot of stuff, but we were talking about that just like when we had our interview, just like how people that come from pain that can channel that feeling typically tend to go towards music. And just there's so many gnats in here. Sorry. But it's like he was talking about how with him he grew up in the church, and so that's where he really got his introduction to music. Was that the case with you at all?
Nah, my introduction to music, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy though, right? Like when I really felt the passion for music, it was like one day it was like my mom and all them, like they went out to the club this night. So I like it that like the storytelling of Slick Rick. So that children's story.
Yeah.
So I sat and I played the whole song, and I wrote the whole song like word for word. I stopped the recorder, play it, and I write it. So that's when I kind of really found my skill set in writing. So I used to write it not like as a letter, but I used to break it down in different columns or whatever.
Okay.
So it really gave me you know, the focus of the music. So, you know, my grandmother, like, she was one of the type of ladies that, you know, she don't like rap.
Yeah.
So I ran a song to my mama. So my mom was like, sing it to your grandma. So I'm like, man, I ain't really about to deal with this lady, bro. Cause like, you know, this lady's mouth is foul, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
She told me to like really like, she said, run a song. So when I ran the song, she told me like, she said, when I finished, she started smiling. Then she said, like, boy, come here. And she gave me a hug. She was like, I'm not telling you this because you're my grandson. I like the, you know, the melody of your voice or whatever, how you know, delivering the song.
Yeah.
So like after Grams had told me that, like it was like shit. I said, man, fuck. I'm like, I got what it takes. So you
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
basically, you know, that was like my fuel to my fire. So I just constantly started writing songs and staying consistent. And I used to like to freestyle a lot, like you know what I'm saying, until I had got into the format of writing or whatever. Because I never understood like the, you know, the bars and how they break it down. I just used to
Yeah.
go on the timing.
Mm.
And so, you know, after that, I can tell the time and I can tell like, you know, I can tell when the song is ready for the chorus.
Right.
Okay.
So I, you know, I never understood the 16s. I never understood 16s. I just understood the timing. And I know like when I'm overlapping to before I come to the chorus.
Right.
And then
Right.
I start down the bars and they got a legendary bounce group down here called Partners in Crime.
Yeah.
And so I took Partners in Crime, I took Bone Thugs and Harmony. It was basically no picks in like and who my favorite artist was like Tupac, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But I
Same.
had other artists that I used to channel into, like I used to channel to like Partners of Crime. You know, I grew up on Soldier Slim, you
Mm-hmm.
know, BG, the Cash Money era,
Yep.
you know, Jid Kiss from his lyricism, you
You
know,
got
like
good
Slick
taste.
Rick, like I told you, Jay-Z, you
Right.
know, yeah, you know what I'm saying, to E40, you know, to how Fabulous deliver things and you know how Biggie deliver things and storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Even down to, you know, to Miami, like with Trick Daddy, you know,
Yeah.
to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was really, you know, I just took it like a pot of gumbo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like to where you take it like a pot of gumbo, you understand the lingo, you understand the lingo of the world. Like you can't just really be, you know what I'm saying, like stagnated and stuck on your own lingo. You got to understand the world and how different walks of life talk.
Right.
So, you
Right.
know, and it come down, you know, the DC, I got a producer out there named, you know what I'm saying, Presto, you know, my homie 9 Milli. So I know DC dudes like to say, what up, Mo? You know, what up, Joe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
Slim? You know, Chicago be like, what up, Joe? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you know, Miami, like, you know, what up, you know, what it do, Jit?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you gotta be able to relate, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, to all those people. And when you able to relate, that's how you're gonna have an audience of music. Like, say I might put out an album, I might have 17 songs. But you're gonna have your audience, they're gonna take and be select. I might have songs for Midwest, for the West Coast, the East Coast, down south. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But everybody gonna have something to vibe to. So that's
Right.
how I kind of, you know, when I do my music, that's how I kind of like try to put my songs together to where it can reach different type of audience, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because I noticed, and that's why I was like, maybe he might be from New Jersey. Because a couple of the songs that you had out almost were like a little bit drill style, like in the beat anyway. You know what I
mhm.
mean? I can't. I'm trying to think. Whatever the song was that I put on the ad I put out. Let me
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
see, and another one. But
It's,
yeah, I could see how you sample from different. You know.
yeah, because it's about versatility. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
gonna tell my southern accent like with my growl. You know what I mean? But it's like you gotta have versatility. Like, you know, I try to make songs to where like I don't want it to last for when the album drop or that year to the next
Right.
year. I wanted to be able to like, well, like, you know, like how colleges did Tupac. Like, you know what I'm saying? They made Tupac
Yeah.
out of, you know, out of whole a study.
Right.
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 So even though as I'm starting as an underground artist, I just like to keep working because I get better and I get better. And then it's like, you know, my engineer that I work with, you know what I'm saying, that's B Stage. And he, you know, we've been working so long to where he know how to channel my voice. So it might be
Right.
something I might have a word that I'm stumbling off, you know, stumbling over.
Right.
He'll tell me take that out, try this.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? And that's about working with people that really, you know what I'm saying, take the time out instead of just like telling you, like you feel like I could never feel like I'm gonna go in there. My thoughts and opinion is the best. I gotta be
right.
open minded and listen to the people that's around me. You know what I'm saying? That
Mm,
what makes me
Yeah,
better though.
right. You
right.
never know what someone might have to add to a song or what idea might come out, and it might just turn out to make something real hot.
Yeah. I think it's
Exactly.
I'm bad
Exactly.
about that. I'm not good at working with people a lot of times, but that's why I'm glad I like called you on for the podcast because it's so much less work
Yeah.
and it would double the outcome. But
Mhm.
musically, yeah, and I think it's like a clear distinction too. Like you're not like biting other people's styles. You're not like trying to steal other people's flow. You're getting inspiration from different people. Like you kind of channel them, right?
Yeah, I kind of channel
Yeah.
like, yeah, I
And
don't
that's
want to.
cool to me. Like that's like you get like your influence from a bunch of different people from all over the country, you know.
Yeah, all over the country because I don't want to. I don't want the wave that everybody. I want my own wave. Like
Yeah.
I want to be. You know, when I'm a surfer, like when a surfer want to see that wave. Like
Hmm.
he want that exact wave to make him look like one of the greatest of the surfers. So he
Yeah.
Yeah.
want his own wave. He don't want to get on a wave that everybody. He want to do what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
get his own wave. Like yeah, because
Trying to
Yeah.
when you
catch the
ride
biggest
everybody else's
wave.
wave, yeah, you're gonna fall off. You're gonna fall off the surfboard.
Mhm.
I want that special wave, like your boy. What that moving name is that they made a long time ago?
Point Break.
Ba-da-la-bam-ba, the best on disco, o será la
Wait,
vida.
wait, wait. Hold up. I was the first surf movie I thought it was Point Break, which is a terrible movie. But what are you talking about? What's this song?
La Bamba. That's it. La Bamba.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I love that movie. Oh my god,
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Right. La
that's my
Bamba.
shit.
Yeah, that's my shit. Like those situations and I like make the best of it. You know what I'm saying?
You just
It's
got
like
real quiet. Hold on.
yeah.
yeah,
Something
it's
happened
like
on the song too.
it's like underground artists. Like I pay attention to and I pay attention to like people comments or whatever, because you got to pay attention to what some people say, because that's how you should be able to channel your music also.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you got to listen to what these people say. Like if they say they need something different, you need to. It's like Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady. Like it's like when the Clippers took Kobe Bryant, but they didn't believe in him because he was too young.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they took Tom Brady in the draft in the round that they took him in, so had the Tom Brady turned out to be one of the best quarterbacks ever. It's
Right.
the
Yeah.
same thing as like with Kobe Bryant, been one of the best basketball players ever. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like, my homeboy Ed Reed became one of the best safeties ever. So I look at all those type of things and I just channel it. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that what gives me, the ideas that I come with.
Right. So let me ask you this: like growing up in New Orleans, living in New Orleans, like it's very much like, and I'm in Monroe, Louisiana, and he's in
Mhm.
Indianapolis. I've been to New Orleans many, many times, but I know just being around people that are from that live in New Orleans their whole life, it's like ingrained in you. It's like part of your DNA. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like your accent or like what
Mhm.
streets what's where, what restaurants to go to. How do you think that carries into like your
Mhm.
music? You know, I mean, you're talking about you want to touch
It
bases
carries in
with.
my music. I like New Orleans. Like it's like jungle, So you got to be able to. You got to know the jungle in order to survive out there.
Okay.
Oh, mm,
Because like
I think
you
you're
got
breaking up.
to
yeah.
all
Yeah.
right,
We're
like
losing you.
yeah, it's a jungle.
There you
It's a
go.
beast. It's a jungle. It's a
Mm.
Mhm.
beast. It's like it's like even being in the streets, dealing with these type of cops that we got. It's like they elevate your game because you have to be on top of you got to be on top of your one too.
Mm.
If you slip in a moment, you can get sucked in by the streets.
Right.
You slip at any moment, you know what I'm saying? You can catch the wrong case that, you know what I'm saying, to take your life away from the streets, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like New Orleans really, it raised you in a sense to really be kind of aggressive. Like a lot of people across the world think it's like, but New Orleans, it's like you're aggressive for a reason. You know, it's like the opportunities. We don't have opportunities that a lot of people do have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, starting off from if you're working a 9 to 5, your minimum wage, it'll make you want to do something other. Because you know, like, you know, you might go to Texas and minimum wage be like, you know, $17, but we'll be making that doing construction jobs.
Yeah. No doubt.
But you know, the minimum wage for somebody really trying to, you know what
yes,
I'm saying?
I do.
Like trying to start off, like, you know, $9, you know.
It's crazy.
No, the state
So
minimum wage in Louisiana.
It puts you in a survival type.
The minimum wage in Louisiana as a state is like $7.15, something like that. Which it shouldn't have. I mean, they should have changed it a long time.
Like $7.15.
No, and you know, I'm in Monroe, like I said. I know it's not New Orleans, but we had like the highest murder per capita rate for like the last couple of years or something, which is crazy. But when you were talking about wounded animal, the first thing that popped into my mind is these kids at this school I work at, because that's exactly how they are. That's exactly how they are. They're angry, they're hurt. They don't want you to come close to them, but they do at the same time because they need help.
Right.
It's frustrating.
White chip, I want to check this guy out.
Hey,
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I got a good thing going. Yeah, man, that's my guy, Speed, man. Like,
all right,
we met, and it's like we've been, you know, together. You know what I'm saying? Ever since, you know, dealing with the music, it became music, but it also became outside of the music and building a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, he's a good, you know, a good influence, like in what I do, and I'm consistent. Like, you know, that's one thing about this shit. Like right now, you have to be consistent. Like when it's time, it's you got to be consistent within yourself. You got to be competitive with yourself. Like, you know, not other artists.
Yeah.
If you be competitive with yourself, that make you want to like drop and constantly keep pushing. And visuals, what I know one thing, like visuals, you need visuals.
Yeah.
You gotta bet on yourself. You gotta make loaded dice. Because if you don't got loaded dice, so you know who else gonna roll bet with you? Nobody.
What do you mean by that? Like you need visuals? Like you need like music videos to go with your songs and that kind of thing?
Videos, yeah, music videos. And it's not like me personally. It's not like having a bunch of guys, you know what I'm saying, throughout there, whatever we just talk. I like to give you whatever I'm talking about. I like to kind of give you the sense of the, you know, the idea of what I'm saying in the storyline. Because like when I write music, the video be already done in my head.
Right.
I got you.
So the video and the song be already done.
You see it all as one big piece of art rather than individual, like a separate, like the video is part of the concept of the song when you make it.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Storytelling, basically. All right, so I got Out My Mind pulled up. I'm going to see, because I made some changes to the settings on my mic, and this might make it so we can hear it, I hope. We'll put it up here, closer to the speaker. But yeah, when you were talking about the visuals and stuff, this popped in my head because I watched it earlier, and I was like, man, these visuals are crazy. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
New Orleans in this bitch, nigga. Gang. I got life in this bitch, nigga. Let's get it poppin', nigga. Look up. Bitch, look on my mind. 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 Bitch, on go. My niggas on go. Them bitches on go. Because they out they mind. Bitch, look on my mind. Bitch, look on my mind. Bitch, look on my mind. Bitch, on go. My niggas on go. Them bitches on go. Because they out they mind.
Gotta stop it there. Yeah. Because of copyright, blah blah. But yeah, so that was like almost like Fight Club vibes.
Yeah.
Oh
You know what I mean?
That thing really gets you like kind of like on some hype shit. You
A lot of your songs are like that though. Like you were saying, like
cool.
I just want to beat somebody up.
That's how Beast Cave be like. He might make a song because he's an engineer and an artist, but he might hear a beat. He be like, "Yeah, boy, call." He be like, "Man, I think you belong." He like, I see you on this bitch. You heard me? So like, you send me the beat, and I'm like, "Ooh, he'll send it to me. I eat it up. Like when I really deal with, I can't sleep. Like it takes my
You can
rest away.
curse on
Like,
here, sorry.
I'm not gonna stop. Right, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
stop till I fuck it up, dude.
You know, as soon as you hear whether it's something you gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you know that's what it is. Like
you know,
what I'm saying, we about to do. I'm listening.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, we about to record. We about to record right now. I'm about to do a song called Toxic.
Okay.
What kind of vibes can we expect?
Yeah.
Is it upbeat, dark, light? What kind of vibes? What kind of style? What kind of vibes we getting for this song?
For this song here?
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm gonna shoot for the chorus. I'm gonna walk it through.
We're getting a sneak peek, y'all.
Yeah, it's like.
I bet it's about a chick. There you go.
It's like that. Like that. Baby, we toxic, we out of our bodies. This love that we got, I won't wish on nobody. I don't give a fuck, baby, if you walk away. I don't give a fuck, baby, let them look in your face. I've been on the road to riches, the baddest of bitches. I gave you my heart for real, and you damaged that bitch. Now, see, this bitch about to go, though. You hear me? I ain't about to get y'all like, y'all about to tear this bitch up.
Yeah, I like it.
Dope.
So far,
like,
yeah.
it's like I'm telling her we toxic. You know, we out our bodies. The love that we got, I wouldn't wish it on nobody.
Oh, that's bars right there.
I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Like, let me see what I said. I said, the love that you got for me, bitch, you can kill that. You done lost everything. You done lost out on everything where it was real at. All of my emotions, you had me wide open. Buying you designers with gifts to remind you. I put you in that lifestyle, made you feel famous. You put me in a situation, made it feel dangerous. I don't know how much love I got left remaining. You turned my heart black, and that shit could be dangerous. Looking in the mirrors on the wall, my reflection in it. Having flashbacks with me and you, having sex in it. You do what I'm
saying? Hey, I like
dope.
That. I like that, man.
Yeah. So we about to knock that thing. We about to knock that down right quick, man. And you know, y'all got anything y'all want to ask me before we go? And I wouldn't mind doing another one of these with y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
And shout out to my boy Austin. And I'm gonna say this shout out to my dog Austin, because he the one put me on this, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Austin.
Shout out to Austin, man. I got a team, man. Shout out to D Spade. Shout out to Up in Smoke. Shout out to Clarence. Shout out to Fleazy. Shout out to J Sav. Shout out to Spooning. Shout out to Toon. You're in this FBF. You know what I'm saying? FBF. That's how. You know that's how cool. Dude.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's shout out, y'all.
All right. Yeah. Anytime you want to come back, because I want to hear more of your story.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah. We definitely can sit down when I'm in a room. You know what I'm saying? And I can really I want y'all to ask me more questions, get in depth, and I'm gonna get in depth with it. I'll come back and next. We're gonna roll it like that.
Sounds like a plan. Yep.
Hey, put in that work. We know how it go. You got some more heat. Go ahead and put in that work, bro.
Got some more bangers.
Man, shout out to Atlas, man. Shout out to Monroe, man. I've been in Monroe too, you heard me?
Hey. What's up?
All right. See you later.
I appreciate y'all, you heard?
Yeah, appreciate you.
Have a good one.
All right, y'all too.
Bye. All right. That was DIRTLIFE. DIRTLIFE. First thing I thought when I heard his name too, I was like, Dirt McGirt. Like maybe. Well, that's my favorite Wu-Tang member. So I was like, yeah.
But you should ask about that, because he knew a lot of
he was all over the place.
Yeah, you know. So
I appreciate
I would not
that.
be surprised if there was some type of influence there.
Maybe so.
We gotta say that for our next interview.
Yeah, I'll write that down with my eyeliner.
Not with the eyeliner.
It's recorded. It's fine. Everything's fine. Actually, this is just what I needed. I was like, take my mind off stuff for a while, you know?
Yeah, for real.
But,
Let the world disappear for a little bit.
whew. What dropped this week? I don't remember.
Remember the
Oh, my
Kodak
Spotify.
Black, Pistols and Pearls, I think is what it's called.
Who?
Pistols and Pearls.
But who's the artist?
Kodak Black.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even bother.
I
You bothered?
started to, but I don't think I was in the right mood for Kodak Black because, like, the first track, I was like, I just don't want to do it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I need to be like lit or something. Maybe I need to be like partying or something. And then
If you're around a bunch of people that are like into it, I found, or even just one or two people, and you're lit, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
The social influence plus the whatever you're doing, PCP, I don't know. It's like
Do black folks do PCP? Do we do
a bunch of your friends sitting around doing PCP. Do you smoke PCP? I think so, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because that scene in Friday, that's Angel Dust, right?
If I remember right, I think they just laced. Didn't they just give him a lace blunt? If I remember
Yeah,
right?
but what was it laced with?
That's what I'm guessing. What's your taste?
It was
it could have been PCP. It could have been PCP. I mean,
is Angel Dust PCP? I'm about to go to Google.
No.
It's totally different.
Things, yeah.
Okay. Clearly, I'm not a regular PCP user.
Yeah, you are. This is all just a trick.
Oh, I'm just lying through my teeth.
Reverse psychology. Marijuana. What's that?
Huh? I'm looking for new releases, and I don't see anything worthwhile, honestly. I mean, Kodak Black, I wish.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean.
The song that I was referring to last time was America Has a Problem remix.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that Kendrick and Beyonce.
Last week, I think that had come out like last Thursday. It came out like a couple days before. And I know my neighbors are probably sick of it because I was just like, my little setup back here is like in our utility room, straight, all the sound goes outside. Mm-hmm. So, sorry, but America has a problem.
Now.
They should.
I heard it today.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I like that. I think I was in the shower.
Look, I gotta address this. So, like, I know that you saw my TikTok where I had this guy that was on there like, this sucks.
Oh, he's talking about that. Didn't you go from like a rap song to like some hard rock?
I mixed Nirvana with FBG Duck, and I was like, this is so weird. I'm just going to post it because I wasn't like especially proud of it. Like, oh, look what I did. Because I know there's DJs that are like, what? Insane mashup? Rihanna and disco or something? And that's not what I was doing. I was just
template shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was just like listening to it after the fact. I was like, this is kind of a bop. I like it. And then I was like, TikTok, and all these, like, a lot of people, it was like hit and miss. Like, people were either liking it or they were like, trash. You posted this, FS, all the,
People are so fucking weird. A lot of people, most of the time, people who comment shit like that ain't doing shit. They just
they're not DJs. They're not. They barely listen to music.
It was like, if I was you, I'd troll them back. I mean, I'm always down for like a good TikTok or Twitter. Like,
that's what I was doing, kind of, because he kept I had like posted like 3 videos because he like made a comment, and I was like, okay, well, how's this for you, Your Majesty?
I saw your reply.
That was basically the same thing, and then he's like, no, this is still trash, and so I posted another one, and that's where it ended. But
wow,
it's like if I saw like some shitty mixing as I was scrolling, I wouldn't be like, this shit trash for real, KYS. Like,
right. People are just cruel nowadays. Why would you tell somebody to harm them?
Nobody actually said KYS.
I was about to say, I was like, bro, that's crazy. I was like, yo, that's too far.
But people do say that left and right, like it's nothing.
They do. Yeah.
My daughter said, because she's part of that generation, the Zoomer, whatever. She says that it's not like it was in the 90s where people will like make fun of you for being autistic or having a speech impediment, which is cruel. Yeah. It's more like they won't make fun of you for that. They'll accept you if you're gay, whatever. But they will like tear you apart if you wear the same jeans 2 days in a row. I'm like, well,
that's ridiculous, man.
It's got to be something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like if you have less than 5,000 followers on whatever.
That stuff is so stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. As entertainers, content creators, we all think about the number. I don't think there's someone who posts something and doesn't eventually look at the numbers and say, "Huh." But also, it's kind of like like. And sometimes I see people like musicians. They be like, "Oh, this, and this. I'm gonna quit. No one this and this." I'm like, but that's not even why you started to make the music in the first place. So
maybe it is though. Maybe that is
yeah,
why they
true,
started.
true. Well, I
But
guess if that's like your only reason you're doing it, then yeah, I guess you could quit if you wanted.
that's a them problem, really. God damn,
Yeah, you
man.
know what I mean. Yeah, I got an
Like,
ad in here too.
no, well, I'm outside basically, but it's like if you're just doing shit for clout, or you think you're like one of those people like we talked about, you think that you're gonna go viral and then you're just gonna get like a publisher's clearinghouse check from Ed McMahon. They're just gonna show up at your door one day and be like,
It's
"You
the
went
big check.
viral."
It's the big check. Man.
Yeah, but like, I feel like a lot of people do think that, like, they're gonna get sponsored, they're gonna get signed, and this, and that as soon as they go viral.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where they got that idea, but
See, like even when DIRTLIFE was just spitting his verse to us that he was working on, I could tell he was enjoying what he was doing. So happy spitting that verse. I was
like he's for real. Like I could tell,
yeah,
like he knew, he found what he was into early on in life, and he got the pass from his grandma, which is so cool. But I think he was like, the way he was saying it was like, once his grandma gave him the go ahead, he was like, and that was it.
he's like, that's confirmation.
Yeah, I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
I know, right? That's
Because a lot of
cool.
people's grandmas would not be like, oh, this is a very nice song. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, you're right.
Like with rap music, for sure.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. Does your whole family like accept, your music? Your music's not like, I mean, from what I've heard, it's not really like a lot of vulgarity
Super,
and violence.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna draw the comparison, but yeah.
yeah. It's kind of like a lot cleaner than that, because to be honest, that isn't my lifestyle.
Right.
It's I feel like I'm the type of artist where I can say at the end of the day I'm pretty authentic in my music.
Yeah, that's important.
And there's one thing about doing something at a creativity stage. Like obviously that doesn't mean I can't make a song about going to space, because I've never been to fucking space.
Right.
But I mean, it's just I don't have experience with that. I ain't got nothing to say about it really. At least not from the within perspective. I can always speak about a topic or do a perspective or tell a story, but I don't really feel the desire to bring that.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's like Tupac. Like he didn't have that. Like he didn't grow up in a gang. You know what I mean? He grew up going to like dance school.
Right.
But his mom was like super active, like Black Panther, social activist person.
Right.
And I think like he just wanted to tell stories. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like he was saying like. I guess people could argue either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could argue either way. You could say he was Hennessy with my enemy.
Yeah.
Dude, Tupac is my favorite rapper probably ever, and so I'm not dissing Tupac, but Hennessy and enemies, we know it rhymes.
Right.
But I have dreams about Tupac, and he'll like come to me and like I'll be drawing something and my pencils keep breaking. He's like hands me pencils. He's
no
like,
way.
Here you go, baby. I'm like, thank
Bro,
you.
that is a dope ass dream.
I know, right?
With shit with Pac.
I have weird dreams, man. Anyway, but yeah, like him or like Rick Ross on one hand, wasn't he like a PO?
Yeah.
To me, that's like a little over the top. I like Rick Ross, like he's entertaining, but
I get what you mean. That's kind of like being a Crip your whole life and then rapping as a Blood. Now you're just
it
like
pretty much is,
all
yeah.
red in the music video. Your friends would be like, bruh.
It's not like 6ix9ine level, but it's like you were a parole officer. You're like a cop basically, and now you're talking about you're moving keys and all this stuff and across the, like Miami and whatever.
Those are polar occupations that normally don't go. Well, I won't say they don't go hand in hand, but
maybe he was doing all this stuff, but he just was. I doubt it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't like the real Rick Ross in prison, and he tried to sue him for?
Oh yeah, he named himself after somebody.
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
All
I'd
those
never heard of him before
stories and
this.
stuff. That's basically his story. He took on his persona and made money with it, which is why he was trying to sue him for it. But I guess they said he couldn't for some reason. Rick Ross actually won that case.
I could see why he would win, like legally speaking, but that's kind of weird.
I know, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that part of it. I knew it was like a mob guy or something, but I didn't know he did like specifically that stuff. That's weird.
So it is kind of weird. But I mean, hey, you packaged it, made it sell, I guess.
I guess so. That's what people value more, like being able to sell shit these days.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's definitely, like you said, people look at the numbers so fast.
And I hate that. And I hate that when you're like in like some kind of like discussion online, and it's always online, let's be honest. But like it's if people are like, well, the numbers don't lie, and they sold this much more and this, and I'm like I really don't care about that.
He sold 1 billion records, the biggest of any artist. I was like, but that doesn't.
Yeah. I can name about probably 10 ass artists off the top of my head
that are successful.
Yeah, that are very successful. Ice Spice.
Okay, so let me ask, what would you don't have to drop names. So what categories for sure will put an artist into this your trash category? Is it lyricism? Is it beats? Is it persona, style, or?
It's all of it, because like for me personally, like if there's something about you that's off, that you can just tell, like I don't know what it is. It's like my spidey senses are like gaydar or whatever.
Yeah.
But not for gayness, but just for like being fake or assness. Like assness. It's like
your one-hit wonder radar. Your one-hit.
Yeah, like I could tell when it's just like so constructed in the marketing. I didn't almost say this just now, but I've almost said this before. But Jeezy, okay.
Yeah.
Is he like super good at rapping? No. Did he come out like, were they just shoving him in our faces all of a sudden? Yes.
Yeah.
Is he a real person that has a real backstory? Apparently. So I'm not totally like willing to write him off or whatever. It's like, it seems like he just, he has like the looks and the ability to say the words and whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. But
he was like, this works, and so I'm gonna do this. You're right. Like, hey, this works, so let's do this.
Totally different from, DIRTLIFE we just talked to, who he knew from the time he was whatever, like 6 or whatever, that he wanted to do this.
Like, those are definitely core memories.
Yeah, but like Ice Spice, I'm trying to think of who else.
They sound kind of overproduced, or like heavy industry produced. I guess is that a word?
It really is more like how they come out. Mm-hmm. Like if they just come out of nowhere and then it's like they're everywhere, that's not how shit works.
Especially if they don't necessarily have a lot of technical skill to back up their explosiveness. It's like, why is this person exploding when this is straight trash?
It's like if they look like they could be a model, then it's probably suspicious. Like if they could be a model for like a Sears catalog, or something.
That's funny as fuck.
Not like an avant-garde like high fashion model that like looks kind of weird, but like a basic,
like
Gap
the
model.
The Target summer sale models.
Then
they're like jumping off trampolines and shit.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to be like, judge people by their appearance, but when you couple that with like a lack of skill and where did they come from and why are they like getting just shoved down my throat all the time?
He's like, why is this person's song? Like, where's this coming from? You just like stumble across them and next thing you know they're everywhere. It's like, what the fuck just happened?
All right, like Ice Spice.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm not trying to bully her. Who cares? She don't listen to shit.
Yeah, you're right.
She's wiping her tears. She's listening to the show, wiping her tears with her money. Just like, I can't believe she doesn't like me. I was so sure.
Yeah, I know, right? Makes me think of that TikTok sound. They'd be like, bro, people don't deserve to laugh. That's probably how rich people feel. Like, bro, people don't deserve to laugh. That's how it be.
Real quick before we go.
Yeah.
Then him talking DIRTLIFE reminded me of this. This guy on TikTok that I follow, he's freaking awesome. He's like studying to be a lawyer. I think he's almost done with law school. But he basically just like just eviscerates arguments. Like he talks to
from a
he's
legal standpoint.
Yeah, from every standpoint. Let me see. Oh, shut up!
You see,
headphones on. He's a real young guy, obviously, because he's not done with school. But yeah,
let's see if I've seen this guy before.
This is confusing. I wish TikTok didn't autoplay.
Sure.
On the web. All right, let's see. Where are you? Oh, here he is. Okay. Hopefully, let's see. We can get this in the actual show. Sorry. There we go. It's gonna leave it up in that format, apparently. I don't know if I can do full screen. All right.
I mean, it's still there, so.
Yeah.
BLM, where are you at? Black leaders
always talking about systemic
racism.
Yeah,
I have a couple answers. And
him. Yeah.
You follow him?
Yeah, this is the video I saw. This is the only one of the videos. I think I've seen 2 videos from him, and this was the first one.
Okay, it's J. William J. If anyone wants to know. But
I didn't know he was like a lawyer and stuff. He was just like a random TikTok that popped on my feed. I was like, yeah, good point. And then I just like scrolled to this.
Yeah, he's in law school. He's pretty smart. But
yeah, he broke that shit down all the way.
Yeah.
Questions. So let's run it back from the top.
BLM, where are you at?
Black Lives Matter is a movement and organization dealing in police brutality and instances of racial injustice, not inner city gun violence. If you must know, there are plenty of organizations on the ground in Chicago that deal with gun violence every single day.
You can hear him, right? You can hear it?
Yeah.
Leaders always talking about systemic racism. Where are you at?
Having the conversation that is way more complex and nuanced than just, it's the culture, bro. But we got some questions from that perspective later.
Why doesn't anyone call this out and say, this is bullshit? What are y'all doing? What are we doing?
Because the vast majority of people, and yes, even black people, already know that someone killing another person is bad. And asking black people to speak on behalf of their entire race every time a black person kills another black person is A, not a standard that any other demographic in this country is held to, B, does nothing to change the material conditions on the ground that actually lead to things like those shootings, and C, works to paint an entire group as a monolith and incredibly violent for the actions of a few members of that group.
Y'all say you want this to stop, but we don't work together to curate the culture that would actually lead to this stopping.
And here's what I was talking about earlier. I have some questions. What do you mean curating a culture that would lead to this stopping? Moreover, how exactly does curating a particular culture solve problems that were not created by culture? Case in point, rap music or rap culture before you say.
That's what I was referring to, is this part in particular, because I hear this all the time.
Oh, that rap music is the black
rap music perpetuates I hear it from all kinds of people, all ages, all groups, whatever. You're beating a dead horse to those people is what I'm saying, because it's like nobody is talking about I don't know the names of any heavy metal bands really.
I know some of the dark ones that are like Cut Open Your Dog or like
whatever. Rap music is the most popular music in the world besides like EDM right now. I think it's EDM and then rap music by like a small margin. And it took off because so many people can relate to it and around the world, because there's so many people that are living in situations that are like where this originated from, being like oppressed and then other things, marketing and stuff like that too. But
I understand
this argument that music causes violence. I don't know. Anyway, he doesn't.
No, I know what you mean. I it's like just because you put up like some King Von in your car doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna go suddenly go catch a body. Like it doesn't work like that.
Well, and on top of that, his explanation of it is way smarter than what I could come up with. But it's like you can't tell people that are like artists who are expressing themselves
not to.
Pretty much that what they're talking about is what they're causing. That doesn't make any sense.
Right, I get what you're saying. It's like if someone's just like, hey, this is just my life and I'm making an outlet just like everybody else. Mine just happens to be a little more grittier than yours, and well, that's just my art. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And then, like, to be honest, don't get me wrong, I do think, the younger a person is, the more mobile their mind is, but also, I mean, like he said, I feel like black people should be able to create whatever we want to in our spaces without having to think about certain goals or rules for how it's going to affect someone all the time. Like, why can't we have
Yeah.
space to just create? You know?
Or have everything fit into like a specific
Yeah,
genre.
yeah. I've always got to do like pro anti-violent, like this is right music. You know what I mean? Like
Right. And
that'd be so corny all the time.
I know. Azalea Banks was talking about that too, years back. But and I love Azalea Banks. Like she's so like unhinged all the time.
Yeah,
But
no shit.
she was talking about like the Grammys way back when, like 6 years ago, whenever like Iggy Azalea won a Grammy. Why? But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how it's like you're overlooking so many young black females for this reason, whatever, white supremacy, and then you tell the young black girls like you can't do this, you can't do that, but then Nicki Minaj comes out and makes pop music,
Mm-hmm.
and then they criticize her for making pop music.
Well, of course. Yeah,
It's like no, stay. It's like they're
you
telling her
stepping out
stay in
of
your
your box.
lane.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
stepping out of your box, and if you don't stay in your box, we're gonna make you feel like shit until you eventually go back in. I
like
feel like
Tyler the Creator, like
yeah.
his last album was pretty much like mostly R&B or like pop, really, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but they're not going to put it as that.
Like what he said. I watched the video. He said they call it like urban music.
Right.
Yeah, they call it like urban music. They put in the urban category, whatever urban means. But you know,
And this is a little off to the side, but like
yeah,
one of the most racist things I've seen or experienced, I guess. Not no, let me rewind. It isn't the most racist thing I've seen or experienced, but something that gets overlooked a lot is stock photos.
yeah.
And maybe one day I'll take you on a tour because of my jobs, I have access to different stock photos. I'll go and type something in, and
You put black
it'll be
people.
crazy. Like the results I get, just don't even like. It's like what? I think one time I typed in like man walking dog because I needed a man walking a dog, and the titles of the photos, it was like urban black man walking an animal or something like that. It's just completely off the chain, like nothing to do with the photo. It's like because he was a black man.
Yeah.
No. It was like urban black man with nappy hair
Wow.
in a park or something. I'm just like, he's a guy walking a dog, and a lot of them are like in Sweden and stuff like that. I
And
don't know.
what's crazy is a lot of people wouldn't have even noticed that. Like you had the awareness to be like, well, that's a little strange. But a lot of people don't realize it's these details
Little
of everything that's literally it's so pervasive through everything that if you unless you're hip to it or you're aware of it or you look out for it or you don't go through it all the time, you're not even gonna realize how important it is. Like
But
I couldn't even
I'm sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, all I was saying is like it's 2023.
Yeah.
Everybody has access to the internet. There's no excuse anymore. Like there's so many people talk about it. You'd think there's no excuse.
And you know what's crazy? Just last weekend, I was at this party drinking Memorial Day holiday with a
Mm.
friend. I was the only black guy there, and it's just mainly this is like a family. Most of the people there are either friends of family or family, and we're just talking, and then like one of the hosts, they just started talking about the grandpa. He's like, "Yeah, we were watching this movie, and when the black people came up, he was like, um, whose coons are these or something, something, this and this and this and that and that." I just, yeah, legit. I just got up and like left because I was already getting up as they were talking. I was like, here we go. Because, this,
You preemptively like
well,
predicted the
I can't remember
racism.
what they said racism. I mean, what they said before, but they always do one of these first. Don't take this the wrong way,
Oh
or
Lord,
this or that, or this isn't about you, or there's always the
you're
hey,
one of the cool ones or
yeah,
some
this is
shit.
a heads up. Like people will give you a heads up before they say something racist a lot of the time. So I just got up
Wow,
on that, and then like later through the day, they came back and they were like, "Hey, we're sorry about earlier. We
they
feel like
apologized.
yeah." They came back and apologized, and they
That's
were like,
unusual, isn't
"Yeah." I
it?
was like, "So at least they yeah, it is. Most people do not do that." So I was like,
Hmm.
"Well, you guys, your family has been nice to me, and then I don't think they necessarily just
It's
sometimes
ignorance.
with alcohol, yeah, like sometimes with
Alcohol,
alcohol, it
ignorance.
doesn't. Yeah. I was like, I don't think they necessarily meant it nefariously, but it was like, they came back, checked them, and said, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need a beer or something to eat or something?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Actually, I can take a beer." I was like, "Okay." So I'm done, yada yada. Then after that, they were like checking over me all the time and stuff. I was like, "Yeah, it's cool, bro. It's okay." I just said,
You're like, I'm not in my room rocking back and forth, like,
yeah,
just like,
yeah, like it's not
yeah.
that serious. Yeah.
Well, I think most people at this point know that it's not cool to like pull your eyes back in reference to Asian people, right? That's common knowledge,
Right.
right? You
Right.
don't do that. And so it's like you don't like go like if there's like one Asian person there and you're all talking, you don't go so then like Asian guy and I'm not gonna, do it, but like you know what I mean? Like you don't do that when there's one Asian guy there and be like, oh, but this isn't about you.
Right. It's like, yo, like,
It's like, why is that okay?
bro,
Like,
that is so fucking strange. People are so weird. Or is this, I don't know. I think a lot of people don't really socialize outside of their circles or like social circles or
hmm.
their the neighborhoods that what I mean. So when they come across people, they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. You ever like see someone go somewhere, you're like, okay, this person is clearly trying to fit in as hard as they can, or they're like, they just do too much. It's like if I go to a Hispanic person, I just start speaking Spanish and just like, just be like, bro, you doing way too much, and I don't got like a sombrero on or something. Be like, bro, yeah, because
Oh,
I'm just
I see some
yeah,
Mexicans. Let me put on my
yeah,
sombrero.
yeah, just because I want them to like me. People like, bro, just chill. You are too excited. You don't like, just relax.
This is interesting. This lady I saw, she was giving. It wasn't like a TED talk, but she was giving like a speech to a big group of like academic types, mostly white people, and she was telling them the differences culturally between the black community, white community, and she said white people she's found have this need to be liked that is so like pervasive in their culture that it's like they are paranoid about it and they worry about it
Mhm.
so much that like when they get around groups that they're not familiar with, they do too much basically.
Right.
And I guess like from a personal experience, I have like my own set of insecurities and stuff that goes. It's multicultural. I don't discriminate when it comes to my own
It's more,
insecurities.
yeah, it's more personal. It's not about
Yeah, it's
the
definitely
external
personal.
for you. This is an internal thing.
But I've seen it, and it's so uncomfortable and gross. Like when people like when white people code switch because you know what I mean. Like they start talking like black because
Yeah,
there's a black person
vernacular.
around.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
makes me want to like tear my eyes out. I cannot. Like you have some guy that's like, and I was talking to Frank, and then some black person shows up. He's like, "What's up, my dude?"
Yeah.
I just like, what?
It is funny to see. It is funny to see. It's just people are
Is
just
that your reaction? You just like laugh at it? Because I would just
yeah,
feel like,
yeah, because like you said, I think I realized at some point that when people do that, they're just trying to either get along or fit in or get you to like them. So I don't really take it in a wrong or weird way because it's just like I know they're doing what they think I want them to do or how they
that's so
think.
terrible,
Yeah,
though.
they're doing what they think how they should be to interact with me, and then sometimes it can be depending on the way it's done, it can be offensive, but most of the time it's not.
I just thought of a great idea. You
Yeah.
should like if the next time that happens to you, you should learn like some Mandarin or something, and just start talking to them like in Mandarin, like or whatever, like French.
Bruh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're gonna be
Is it
way thrown off.
Je m'appelle pas? Je parle
Yeah,
français.
bro.
No, c'est pas possible. Yeah, like this would be
Bro, that'd
like
be hilarious.
that would blow their mind. Oh
Bruh,
my god.
be hilarious. That's funny. The
Let
look
me
on
play
their
the rest of this
faces.
guy.
Yeah.
I would pay to see that happen.
Happen, won't you?
That. Did black people start rapping about how cool it would be to go shoot up people and keep guns on them, and then black people started doing that? Or were many black people already living in the circumstances in which they were doing that already, and then a few of them started making music about their stories? Remind me how they got into that position again? Education. Was a core black value to set up the school-to-prison pipeline and then exclude yourself from higher education? Or did, for whatever reason, black literacy get banned and then schools were segregated while black people were redlined into areas that had no money, and then when they couldn't segregate schools anymore, they started funding public schools based off property property taxes, but then again, the property didn't have that much money in it, so then schools didn't get that much funding, and then classroom size, finances.
Dude, his breath control is on point.
Yeah, I should tell people like this shit is so pervasive. If people actually did some research, they'd really be like, oh, well, I get it.
Yeah.
Most people are just dumb.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, when you all people shows a lack of
lazy.
Yeah, you know, so I'm like, oh, you're just. Once I realized the person's dumb, I immediately end the conversation. I was like, there's nothing to be gained from this.
Wow. What's your threshold like? Because I mean, since most people are dumb.
It in person. It's I mean, because I don't really go to many places unless I'm socializing. I'm kind of a shut-in, you know what I mean? So I expect to talk to people, and someone says something dumb. Well, you know, that's just humans being humans. But
yeah,
like online and stuff, I don't really have a threshold for stupid people because you're literally online. Just close one tab.
You don't have to,
Google.
right? Like in the work life world, like the corporate world, you have to deal with stupid people all day, every day. And a lot of other type of work situations. It's hard. Like, I mean, if you have like any sort of like smarts about you, or you're a deep thinker or whatever. And I don't know about like gauging intelligence with like an IQ test. I don't know how significant that is or whatever. I just think that like it's like an awareness that some people lack, that they're lazy. They could find out about it, but I feel like maybe their brain power is more focused towards fitting in socially, or like they're just dumb, like you said.
Yeah. I think it's all those, and I think also a lot of them honestly don't care. They're just like, this is what I've been told. This is what I think. That's it, and I don't care about the subject, even in general. It's like, bro, you don't even care about human rights. Why are you even in this conversation?
Right. I don't know, man. And when you go on.
I try to stay out of like topics that I don't really care about. Like normally, most of the time, I'll stay silent, or you know, if I don't know, I simply don't know. Like just trying to pretend you do is just gonna make you, and you say something stupid, it's just gonna be worse.
Right. Well, you know, I'm sure you picked up by now, like for me, that like I get like excited and I have a hard time shutting up. Especially if it's something I'm passionate about. And I really don't mean to cut people off. I go back and look at these like podcast things that I do. And I don't mean to. I just get excited. And it's like...
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a volcano coming out from inside of you. You're like exploding. You're like, go. I definitely have that moment sometimes too. I just get to going and going. I think we all get like that, you know?
But is it not particularly bad with me? Because I feel like I'm watching it. It's like I'm talking and cutting you off, and I can see you're like...
No.
Okay,
I mean,
or other people.
I do it too. It's kind of hard to because I know like over this internet, there's always like almost a whole second delay, so it's gonna happen regardless.
True.
You know,
perspective is crazy.
It is. It changes everything.
That's what
literally
Kendrick
like
said.
You can have a bad day and then the next day be amazing, and the only thing that changes is your perspective.
That's why. Yeah, that's why it's important. Like if you're feeling bad or sad and you feel like you don't want to go on anymore, to just wait a little bit. And this is for whoever needs to hear it. Like if you're feeling really down, like you can't go on and you're just like everything sucks and you don't want to go on anymore, just wait a little bit, because you never know. Like maybe even the stuff that you're going through that's bad is actually for the good in the long run. You don't know. You just have to wait around and find out.
And I will add to that. You know what I've been thinking? I had the thought earlier. I was like, emotions a lot of the time are a lie. Like think about how many times you were like nervous or scared about something, or you thought something was going to be the worst, or you was like, hey, I don't want to go to work today. I fucking feel like shit. And then you get there and you're okay and actually have a good day. You know, it's like your emotions a lot of time lie the hell to you. So you're like, oh man, life sucks. And like in 2 days, you're going to be like, actually, it's pretty awesome.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Don't let the emotions overwhelm you. I've gotten into that a lot. You know, I'm very I'm just realizing how not, and they're very important to your emotions are important in how you feel, but also don't let it rule your life.
Right, because they pass. They're
Exactly.
there for a reason, and then they go away.
Exactly.
They're not permanent, and that's hard for a lot of people to grasp because people are so used to like just acting on their impulses. It's like I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. I'm horny, I'm gonna go do whatever, and they don't care. But
on that note, I need to fast. I'm gonna fast for like a month and release my album. Yeah, I'm gonna do a pre-release album fast.
I don't think I've ever fasted like fully. I was a vegan for a short period of time in college. That's about as close to it as I came. So
I started calling you back, huh?
Yes, actually, that's exactly what happened. I like when I was done with it, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get a burger, and it made me like so sick, but it was so good.
Yeah, I bet it did. After your body hadn't had one of those for a while.
Because before that, I was vegetarian. I was vegetarian for like a year, and then I was vegan for like 6 months, and I was like, burger.
Oh, your body was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, but my mouth and my brain were like, yes.
Serotonin.
God damn it. Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
It's like, can't your brain just like do that normally, like in a more regular...
Yeah.
Or my brain, anyway.
Yeah, I get you on that. It's always just stuff that's bad for you that makes you feel amazing.
The classic. All right, shut up, Piggy Hope. I meant to grab some more sound bites, but I didn't.
I need to too. I had another bad, real lazy week. Like when it came to getting stuff done.
Shit, I've had a week of scrambling and scraping and trying to figure out if we're going to Arkansas, but it's all good.
You gotta. Hopefully, if you do, I hope you enjoy your trip.
I'll make another slideshow.
Yeah, make it.
No, I won't. No, I won't do that. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see that.
Take one of your decks and DJ in a dope spot with a cool scene.
I might.
Somewhere you might get a dope view or something. That'd be pretty cool.
I might do that.
Hey, I'm down. I'm looking forward to
it. All right. Well, that's a wrap.
That is a wrap. Your podcast.
Wait, I'm on the wrong thing. It stinks. I did get one new one.
It stinks. It stinks.
Do you remember that show?
It stinks. No, it stinks.
Oh, there's some show called the Critic with this guy John Lovett. You remember him?
Yeah, I do, but I don't remember the show.
It was a cartoon. It was on like after The Simpsons, like a long time ago. But that's his catchphrase. It stinks.
It stinks.
I was gonna play that if DIRTLIFE's music sucked, but it didn't, so I couldn't.
That reminds me, we need music for music reviews. People, send your music to rapyardpodcast@gmail.com, where we will give you raw, authentic feedback about your music. So don't be mad at us. Bring hot shit. That's all we got to say.
Yeah, or we're gonna delete it. Also, I think we should do the thing we were talking about, where we play our beats and we have people call in and freestyle over them. Because I think if we put it out to the right channels, it's just finding the right channels where people want to. Because there's people out there that want to be on the show. It's just like, it's all been kind of like luck and happenstance and things like that.
Yeah.
So, if you're listening,
I gotta start using my second laptop so I can help share and promote while we're live. Because it's hard to switch between all these tabs and links and shit like this. So I think I'm just
my internet can't handle all that.
Exactly.
My internet's kind of iffy.
I'm gonna try next time though.
To do what? Switch?
No, I'm gonna bring my second laptop and I'm gonna see if I can get them the same Wi-Fi. It can handle me like having hella tabs open.
Oh, okay.
And that way it'd be easier for me to interact too without having to turn my camera and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get it figured out eventually. Yep. All right, kids.
Good night, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
What?
Yeah.
Bye.